Hi everyone, I'm Shauna and welcome to my channel. This video is my introduction to my 2020 year-long no-buy. That means for the entire year, I will not be purchasing any makeup products, any skincare items, home goods, clothing, accessories, you name it. The goal of this video is to let you know two things. The first is why I'm going on a no-buy and some of the things I hope to get out of it, some of my goals. And the second portion of this video will be talking about some of the rules that are structuring my no-buy. This video is coming to you in February instead of in January for a couple of reasons. The first is that I really wanted to create some rules and live by them for a few weeks to see if they were working for me before presenting that kind of information to the world and say, these are the things that are going to govern my life for the next year. I know for a lot of us at the beginning of the year, there is a lot of vigor and like a fire burning under us to meet our goals, and so many of us are successful in January. I know for myself in the past, some of that fire and drive has faded a bit by the time that February rolls around. January can be such an inspiring time when there are so many videos out there of people talking about their goals and some of the things they're going to do to achieve those goals. And the same thing isn't really true for February or for the rest of the year for that matter. So I hope that this video inspires you or reinvigorates you if that's something that you feel like you need in your life. Plus, there is never a wrong time to start a no-buy or to establish new goals for yourself or build on goals you have already established. So if you are somebody out there who's been thinking of going on a no-buy, there is never a wrong time to do it. And I hope that if you're on the fence, this video inspires you to take the plunge. Okay, so let's talk about the reasons why I want to go on a no-buy. And well, shopping is truly part of the problem. It really reflects a larger issue I have with money. I've had this weird relationship with money, this kind of don't ask, don't look at it, don't think about it. I always feel like my heart kind of stops when I go onto my bank page and I'm okay, it's like it's time to look at my credit card bill and I'm like afraid of it because I don't know what it's going to be. I've been afraid of my money and afraid of knowing what my bills are and how much I owe because there's nothing really there to govern that part of my life. And so if there are no rules, then you can really do what you want, and that's exactly what I've been doing. I've had no budget and no accountability, and that's led me to be financially irresponsible. In 2019, I could not tell you what my expenses were or how much they cost for that matter. I couldn't tell you how much money I was making per month, and I also had no defined savings goals. So while I have financial goals for myself, things like being able to afford a wedding or to afford to purchase a home, my spending habits, but my overall money habits have really been preventing me from thinking about those goals and achieving anything. If I'm just not thinking about money in general, that means not thinking about saving either. So I've been sabotaging myself, and every time I purchase a beautiful smelling candle or a new pair of jeans, I've been prioritizing things over my future. I haven't really put that into perspective or really thought about how much money I'm going to need to meet any of these goals. And looking at that for the first time now, or just thinking about that for the first time, is honestly scary. I don't have any debt, and this is the perfect time to start saving and thinking about my future. My shopping habits are also poor, so much so that my wants and my needs have blurred. I initially put in a provision of purchasing staple skincare items only, and once I did that and lived my life for a while, I realized that I didn't know what a staple skincare item was to me. And while skincare is just one area, I couldn't tell you whether I really needed a pair of boots or not. And that is like really problematic if you've just been having that instant gratification, I want it so I'm gonna buy it kind of mentality. My wants have become my needs, and I've really been hoping to learn to this no-buy to be able to pull those apart. And that's something that I'm already learning or relearning how to do. I've also done a lot of emotional spending, not just when I'm bored, but when I've had a great day and I'm feeling good, when I've been feeling kind of low and crummy. Those have all been reasons to just shop and to make myself feel better. But this boredom spending too has just been more of a problem than I realized. Like late at night, the kind of thing that I've been doing is scrolling through some of my favorite sites and just checking them out. I've always been on the lookout for something to want. I've always wanted to want something. And if that's the mentality that I have, then there's so much stuff out there, of course I'm gonna find something. And with this instant gratification, I want it, I'm gonna buy it, that means a lot of purchases. The most troubling aspect of my spending has been trying to better myself through things. Assuming that other people are seeing some kind of flaw in me and so I need to fix it. For example, if I want to be taken more seriously, then I need to have a new blazer. And with that comes the assumption that I'm not a serious person, or I can't be serious, or something of that nature. So to compensate, I need a blazer. Or perhaps maybe somebody will think I'm more intelligent if I have X. And so I've really been escaping my own problems and dealing with my own insecurities through things. I've been trying to create this best version of myself through things, which means that I've been defining myself through things, and I've assumed that I can actually change myself, the way I feel about myself and the way others think or feel about me through things, which has prevented me from, one, accepting myself for who I am and all that it encompasses, but also I've been valuing my things over my own internal personal characteristics. The people that I love and enjoy in my life are not because of the shoes they wear or the earrings that they have. It's because of who they are on the inside. I've been neglecting those internal issues and those internal characteristics. That means accepting myself and learning to understand the character traits that I have that are beautiful and are unique and worthy of love and self-acceptance, and that are great things about me. Instead, I've been thinking about what matters about me and what people will like about me through my external things. And I haven't really thought about this idea that I've had, or this habit that I've had, until recently. And it's really, really troubling. I don't feel as though I've been like this my whole life. And I don't want to be somebody who defines myself through my things. I want to be a good person and be valued for who I am. And also not just other people valuing me, but valuing myself for who I am. So I have a couple of goals for my no-buy as well. My first goal is developing a healthy relationship with money. And at this point in time, that's not 100% clear. And I hope that it clarifies as we go through this experience. I do know a few things. I do know that I want to learn my numbers. So that means learning how much I make a month and how much my fixed expenses are. And I hope by the end of the year that I'll have a good idea as to what that financial landscape looks like. I'm also really hoping to have this experience, and I'm sure it will come, of wanting to want something so bad that I feel as though my life will be changed forever by owning this thing. I want it so bad that I feel as though I'm going to die without it, that I'm going to be like unwhole as a person, like truly covet something and not buy it. I've had those feelings in the past, that really deep desire and covet for things, and then not buy it. Let it pass and be fine. I want to learn what my triggers are, and not just for shopping, but I want to learn about what in my mind I'm trying to compensate for with things, and dealing with those problems and insecurities, head on. There will be no outlet for those kinds of issues. I'm not going to have an opportunity to shop. So this is the time to start dealing with them and noticing them, feeling my feelings, being uncomfortable and going through the motions and just dealing with it. The last goal that I'm really hoping to experience or achieve is learning to love my thing. I want to have less things. I want to be able to get dressed in the morning and just find it so easy to just like grab an outfit and throw it on, or have a really staple makeup routine and a skincare routine that is like quick and easy and like streamlined. I want a streamlined routine. Okay, so my rules. My first rule is replacements only. I'm really hoping this year that I can go without purchasing a single makeup item. That would be awesome. Well, that's a goal and I think that it's achievable. We'll have to see. I've also established that certain items cannot be replaced even if I run out of all of them. And that is things like hair masks or face masks. I have too many and I don't foresee myself getting through all of my face masks as an example. But if I happen to get there, then I'm okay with finishing the year with 0 face masks. A caveat to this replacements only goal is that when I replace an item, I am going to attempt to replace it with a cheaper item first. One of my personal goals is to transition to a 100% vegan skincare routine and also look into having a more sustainable skincare routine, like bath products as well, hair products, things of that nature. So while those things might cost a little more than a drugstore item, I do know that some of the products I have right now are really expensive. And I really want to do my best to find a more affordable option. My second rule is regarding clothing. I cannot purchase any new clothing items unless there is a true hole in my wardrobe. I'm going to shop secondhand first and also try and borrow or mend or upcycle my way into something before buying new. An example of this is some snow pants that I bought. I went skiing a couple days ago for my partner's birthday and I did not own a pair of snow pants. I was unable to upcycle my way into snow pants, and I couldn't borrow any either. The thrift stores I checked, I tried on like a dozen pairs and nothing fit, so I did end up purchasing something new. That choice really fit into the scope of my rules because I had nothing else that I could use instead, and because I shopped secondhand first, I felt more comfortable in my new purchase. My third rule is waiting a minimum of 5 days before making a purchase. Just a few weeks ago, I needed a couple of books for school and I just immediately logged on to Indigo's website, purchased my books. I didn't check if I could borrow it from another library, and I also didn't check to see if another course was using the book in that semester. I didn't check the bookstore or any of that. And I had to purchase some Foucault books. Foucault is read by somebody at a university every year, if not multiple times a year. I feel quite strongly that because I needed Foucault in January, I could have found a way to get it as a used option from the bookstore. Number 4 is related to my Foucault story, is being able to purchase things for school. Books are the tools of my trade. They are on the okay list as long as I take my time and look at alternative sources first. The last rule is regarding beauty services. I've decided to allow myself a specific number of haircuts and nail appointments and no hair colors. I had a balayage done a couple of years ago and it's grown out and it's been really lovely. This year is also about saving money where I can, and because coloring my hair is no longer a necessity in my eyes, I'm willing to scrap it for the year, which will save me at least $200, if not $300. I never colored my hair a ton, but even that savings is something that I can put towards my savings goals, and I feel really good about that decision. Well, that wraps up all of my rules, all of my motivations, and my rationale behind my no buy. I hope that you follow along with this journey, and over the next year I'll be updating you on my progress, but I have some really cool videos coming with project pan videos and styling videos, capsule wardrobe videos. I have some really creative content coming your way, so I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel and follow along with my journey. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.